Now I want to introduce you to Shawn Harrington. He's a West Side native, a basketball coach, and a father. He's also a gun violence survivor whose story of perseverance, astonishing courage, and sacrificial love needs to be heard over and over again.
All right, y'all ready? High knees. Get them up, get them up. Pass, go behind. If you all listen, I was going to change the game.
Basketball is a game that brings Shawn Harrington peace.
My first love, I still love to this day. Just hanging out and working out with kids, teaching them basketball. All right.
Gun violence nearly ripped it all away.
I was shot twice in the back and paralyzed me from the waist down.
Running drills from his wheelchair, Coach Harrington has become a familiar and welcome sight at Children of Peace Elementary.
The name is so fit, truly, with it being Children of Peace. They all have been so helpful and supportive. Of course, the younger kids ask questions, and if I have time, I can relate it to them as best as I can.
Back in 1993, Harrington was a standout point guard playing for Marshall High School. Him and his teammates were even featured in the iconic 1994 basketball documentary, Hoop Dreams.
To this day, it's still a dream come true. I was a sophomore running around there when those cameras falling around behind our. Just trying to take a chance to try to jump in front of the camera every time I got it.
The West Side basketball star used the game and the popularity that came with it to continue his education, playing Division I ball at New Mexico State and Division II at Northwest Missouri State. The court was always a centerpiece in his life, but there was space for more with the birth of his daughters.
Fatherhood is what brought me back to Chicago after I finished playing basketball. I grew up in a single-family home. My dad wasn't around, so I wanted to make sure that I was a dad that was there. One of the biggest compliments I think I've ever gotten in life is my oldest daughter told me, Dad, you've been a girl's daddy. Hashtag girl's dad. Being a dad is my most prideful title.
It was 2014 at this intersection in Humboldt Park where Shawn showed the ultimate display of a father's love.
It was just a typical day. I was a paraprofessional over at Marshall High School, and my daughter went to another Westinghouse school, which is pretty close by. And this is the same route we travel every day on our way to school. Only difference this day is I'm in a rental car. I'm in a white rental car instead of my blue truck. So I would pull up to the corner. The car was mistaken for someone else's car. And two kids pulled out a gun and opened up fire on me and my daughter in the car, and pushed her down and covered up my body as much as I could. I couldn't feel my legs. I didn't know what was going on. Like I said, I didn't know I was shot at the time, but for some reason I couldn't feel my legs at the time. So I just remained as calm as possible for her to remain calm. I just remember looking at that bullet hole in the headrest, and then looking at that bullet hole exit out the wind. It exited out of the windshield. So. Had I not pushed her down, my daughter was sitting in that seat.
Shawn saved his daughter's life, but now had to pick up the pieces of his own.
The first thing that crossed my mind when I found out I was paralyzed was the things that I wouldn't be able to do with my daughters anymore.
As he grappled with his new reality, his story started to spread.
They said there was over 1,000 people in the waiting area from all across this city waiting to see me. So the love and support I got from this city is another thing to help get me back on track, to let me know that everything was going to be okay and I wasn't alone.
The local love grew to national inspiration, with Shawn becoming the subject of a book in 2018 and gaining the support of basketball icons in the process.
Dale Brown, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, just to mention a few names of support.
All that's nice, but it was joining the faculty at Children of Peace Elementary that made Shawn feel whole again. Every day, teaching PE classes for kindergartners through the 8th grade.
So I'm getting the national coverage, and it's bringing attention to my city, and the fact that I'm here still helping kids is kind of what it's all about for me. That's what keeps me going.
And it's Fridays that have become Coach Harrington's favorite day.
I'm joyful from the time I step in this gym. It's tiring getting here in the morning, and when I leave here by the end of the day, I'm worn out. I'm physically drained, but the fun that I'm having with these kids here in this gym, it's definitely the most joyful day of my week.
That's when he coaches basketball, sharing the sport he loves with the kids he loves. And parents and coaches say he's making an impact on their children's lives in the process.
In reality, they don't realize the fundamentals that they're being taught because they're so busy having so much fun and the excitement behind it, but it's really tools to use throughout life itself.
I work with the high school kids too, But I just find the joy in teaching at this level, the basics of the basketball, the basic. You know, we're not teaching step backs or anything like that.
No step backs, but he is teaching them to step up, incentivizing their on-court and off-court success with gift card giveaways and new basketball shoes.
Being a blessing to these kids, man, they're the blessing to me. I truly believe is what's my calling. One of the reasons God left me here, to be that blessing to other people and to give more than I can receive.
There's always something to bring that he offering to enlighten the kids' day to get them something to look forward to. He motivates them more than anything to let them know anything is possible, don't stop there. They see him in the wheelchair and see him make that first shot, they mind blown. He had a tragic incident where he was trying to paralyze, but he's showing you that it's still stuff out here for you. Don't stop, don't give up.
It's not the life Shawn envisioned, it's something more.
I know a lot of times kids seem like they aren't listening, but they are. And sometimes they just want to know that someone cares. It lets me know that I'm here doing the right thing. I'm where I'm supposed to be. I wouldn't change my journey for the world. Who else need a ball?
Shawn is now rising up the coaching ranks. This month, he was named assistant coach for his alma mater, New Mexico State's TBT basketball tournament team, the Panamaniacs. He's also going to remain the coach for kids at Children of Peace as well.